Mantras are very powerful energy arranged in sound form. And when a person chants a mantra, the mantra has an influence at a level about which we are not aware. Are you aware of your hands? All the 3 hands you have? Huh? We are aware of our 2 hands, correct? We are aware of our legs also. We are aware of our head, different body parts. And if we have a problem in any of them, we are able to say that I am having a problem in my hand, in my leg, in my head, in my neck, in my stomach. Because our body is something we are very much aware of. Are we aware of the energy level that we have at any given point of time? Do we have energy? Huh? Do we have energy? Nobody is responding. Either you don't know or you don't want to say anything. See, this is not a lecture session. It is a workshop. In a workshop, there has to be some experience. There has to be some interaction. And today's experience is the experience of Havan, which is a dimension of yoga which has been preserved and propagated by the great rishis of our tradition. So you had that experience. Now there has to be interaction, not between you, between all of you and me and all of you. So are you aware of your body? Are you aware of your energy levels? Always? Not always. Body? Most of the time. Energy levels itself, we are not aware all the time. Okay. What about thoughts? Always? Not aware. How many times you've had awareness in an hour of all the thoughts you had in that hour? Because thought is very subtle when compared to energy. Prana Shakti that we have, sometimes we are aware of it. Sometimes we know that we are tired. We feel like we have to have one coffee. We don't know that we are tired, but what do we feel? ஒரு காஃபி குடிச்சா நல்லா இருக்கும், ஒரு டீ குடிச்சா நல்லா இருக்கும், ஏதாவது சாப்பிட்டா நல்லா இருக்கும். We feel like that. Thoughts we rarely become aware of. But the beauty is, you don't do anything without thinking. Can you do anything without thinking? Is it possible? It's not possible. But are you aware of all your thoughts? You are saying no for both. Most of the times we are not aware of our thoughts. What happens is, emotions which are also associated with our thoughts are overwhelming, overpowering, and we leave the thought, we become emotional. Emotion will not help you to do things in life. Emotion will take you to a corner where you are choiceless. When somebody is angry, they are in an angry emotion, okay? You go and tell them, hey Baba, why you want to be angry? Just be calm. What will happen? You will get beaten or you will be shouted at. Why? Because the emotion is choiceless. It is a state in which you are. Correct or wrong? Am I blabbering or am I making a correct statement? When you are in an emotion, the emotion corners you, doesn't allow you to use your intellect, and you just go ahead and do an action. Like in Bhagavad Gita, in Arjuna Vishada Yoga, Arjuna says, Gandibam samsrate hastat tvakchaiva paridahyate. My hands are shaking, shivering, my shoulders have become weak. I feel as though my Gandiba is going to slip out of my hand, Krishna. What is the reason? Exactly what we just discussed. The person has gone into a state of a cornered condition where the emotion is overpowered. Most of the times this happens.